to Storytime. My name is Miss Bev.
And my name is Miss Kat, and today we're going to read one more book about snow, and it's called Snow.
It's written by Sam Usher.
Snow by Sam Usher.
When I woke up this morning, it was snowing. I couldn't wait to go to the park. All I needed to do was dress, brush my teeth, put my shoes on, and get Granddad. We had to get outside in the snow before anyone else. I was ready to go, but Granddad wasn't. I said, "Don't forget about the snow." And he said,
Don't forget your scarf.
so we weren't quick enough to be first. Granddad was taking forever, so I shouted, "All the others will get there first, Granddad! Don't forget about the snow!" And Granddad said,
Don't forget your hat.
so we weren't quick enough to go with my friends. Granddad was taking forever, so I shouted, "Hurry up, Granddad!" And he said,
It's okay. We're not going to miss the fun.
"But we were. I told him all the cats and dogs were out there." Granddad laughed
Ha 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 ha.
and said the whole zoo was probably out there. And then I saw something. I did! Finally, Granddad was ready. We headed to the park, where I could play in the snow at last. We played all the games you can play in the snow. Granddad won the snowball fight, 6 slushings to 4. So I think he had fun too. Back at home, Granddad and I agreed that some things are definitely worth waiting for. I hope it snows again tomorrow. The end.
If you like the song Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes, you're going to like this one. It's called Hat, Scarf, Gloves, and Boots. Join us if you can.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Hat and scarf, gloves and boots, gloves and boots. Hat and scarf, gloves and boots, gloves and boots. Hat and scarf and gloves and boots. Warm and cozy in the snow, in the snow. Hat and scarf, gloves and boots, gloves and boots. Hat and scarf, gloves and boots, gloves and boots. Hat and scarf and gloves and boots. Warm and cozy in the snow, in the snow.
Let's go faster, Miss
All
Bev.
right, let's go. Ready? Hat, scarf, gloves and boots, gloves and boots. Hat, scarf, gloves and boots, gloves and boots. Hat and scarf and gloves and boots. Warm and cozy in the snow, in the snow.
Let's make a no-mess sensory play, Winter in a Bag. You will need clear hair gel, glitter, the Ziploc bag, and you can use marshmallows or water beads or pom-poms and anything else you have that look like snowflakes. Put some hair gel in a bag with all the ingredients. Seal tight and let the kids play. Don't forget, you can also pop the sensory bag in the fridge for a cool hands-on experience. Have fun!
Let's do this winter version of If You're Happy and You Know It. You ready, Miss Cat?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let's go.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your gloves. If you're happy and you know it, clap your gloves. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your gloves. If you're happy and you know it, twirl your scarf. If you're happy and you know it, twirl your scarf. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, twirl your scarf. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your boots. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your boots. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, stomp your boots. If you're happy and you know it, throw a snowball. If you're happy and you know it, throw a snowball. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, throw a snowball. You hit me right in the face. Today's Groundhog's Day. What's Groundhog's Day? Groundhog's Day is when a groundhog predicts when spring will come.
I didn't know that. Did you guys know?
Well,
Let's read this book called 10 Grouchy Groundhogs, written by Kathryn, Heling, and Deborah Hembrook.
and it's illustrated by Jay Johnson.
10 Grouchy Groundhogs. 10 grouchy groundhogs crowded in their den. They squirmed and they stretched, and then, one grouchy groundhog announced with a shout,
This den is too small. Let me out, out, out.
9 grubby groundhogs working in their den. They clawed and they dug, and then, one grubby groundhog announced with a shout,
I gotta have a bath. Let me out, out, out.
8 graceful groundhogs dancing in their den. They swooped and they swirled, and then, one graceful groundhog announced with a shout,
Dancing makes me dizzy. Let me out, out, out.
7 gabby groundhogs chatting in their den. They jabbered and they jabbered, and then, one gabby groundhog announced with a shout,
Give me peace and quiet. Let me out, out, out.
6 goofy groundhogs tumbling in their den. They rolled and they romped, and then, one goofy groundhog announced with a shout,
I'm too tired. From tumbling. Let me out, out, out.
5 groovy groundhogs singing in their den. They hummed and they strummed, and then, one groovy groundhog announced with a shout,
Hey, I'm a rock star. Let me out, out, out.
4 gobbling groundhogs dining in their den. They chomped and they chewed, and then, one gobbling groundhog announced with a shout,
I have a toothache. Let me out, out, out.
3 glitzy groundhogs grooming in their den. They pricked and they puffed, and then, one glitzy groundhog announced with a shout,
Powder makes me sneeze. Achoo! Let me out, out, out.
2 giggly groundhogs running round their den, sliding down the tunnels, and then, one giggly groundhog announced with a shout,
Winter may be over. Let me out, out, out.
1 grumpy groundhog wandered with a pout.
Where are all my friends? Time to go find out.
When one grumpy groundhog glanced outside his den, he counted all the groundhogs, not 1 or 2, but 10. 10 timid groundhogs looked around and then, startled by their shadows, dived back down again. 10 grinning groundhogs, grouchy no more, snug in their den, snore, snore, snore.
Good night, groundhogs.
February 2nd, Groundhog Day. Can a groundhog predict when spring will come? According to the legend of Groundhog Day, he can. On February 2nd, the groundhog comes out of his burrow to take a look around. If he sees his shadow, the shy groundhog gets scared and runs back into his burrow to sleep for another 6 weeks of winter. But if it's a cloudy day on February 2nd, the groundhog doesn't get scared away. He stays outside, which means that spring will arrive very soon.
Well, look at the time. Is it February 2nd already? Oh, I'm a little groundhog, furry and brown. I pop my head out of my hole and look around. If I see my shadow, I'll go back down for 6 more weeks of winter underground. Oh, I'm a little groundhog, furry and brown. I pop my head out of my hole and look around. If I don't see my shadow, I'll stay out here and enjoy an early spring this year.
Join us next week for our first book of our kindness series that we'll be doing all through February and March. Goodbye! I hope you've had fun with just one more snow book and Groundhog's Day today. We would love to hear from you. Send a picture via Milton Public Library, Milton, Delaware Facebook Messenger, or leave us a comment on Instagram at MTLibrary121. You can use the hashtag MiltonPLDEST. Check out this week's book recommendations about Groundhog's Day.
Oh, it's time to say goodbye to our friends. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to our friends. Oh, it's time to say goodbye, make us smile and wink an eye. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to our friends. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to our friends. Adios! It's word to say adios, amigos. Adios! Oh, it's time to say goodbye, make us smile, wink an eye. It's word to say adios, amigos. Adios!